Picture this situation. You ask your child to clean their bedroom and they lose it. No, you can't make me clean anything. I'm not going to do it. You are now confronted with backtalk. And in this video, I'm going to show you the exact framework that you can use to deal with backtalk each and every time. Let's set the scene. So when our kids are using backtalk, or they talking back, we really need to figure out our own reaction to the situation. What are we thinking? What's going through our minds as parents when we're confronted with kid backtalk? Because I'm going to lay it out for you right now. It's usually not the kids' issue, it's our own issue. And here's what I mean by that. But before I get into it, make sure to subscribe to this No Guilt Mom channel if you haven't already, and hit that little bell so you'll be alerted when we have a new video every Wednesday. So when I'm saying that we have to really examine our own issues with the backtalk, I'm saying that not all parents are affected by backtalk equally. For instance, I don't even believe, and this is going to be a mic drop, my kids don't talk back to me. My kids don't talk back to me. Here's the thing. They actually engage in the exact same behavior as probably your kids do or some other kids do. But I myself don't label it as backtalk, because labeling it as backtalk is actually really unhelpful. It means that the problem lies in our children and that we have no control over the situation, when really all that backtalk is an emotional response. That's it. I mean, think about the last time that you got mad at something. Maybe it was your boss who did something incredibly unfair. How did you react? Were you emotional? Did you have all of these horrible things to say that maybe you stuffed down? Now think about another instance where you didn't stuff it down, where those things came out. And then when you had that chance to calm down, you felt immediately sorry for it. It's because in that moment, your emotions were controlling the show, just like our kids do when they talk back to us. So know that backtalk, all it is an emotional reaction. They are saying things that they don't really mean, but they are incredibly angry, and that is why they come out. So when we go into it with this framework, we can then think about conversations that we can have with our kids instead of consequences. And here's the framework that I want to teach you that will help you deal with backtalk every single time. It's called CALM. CALM stands for collect, acknowledge, listen, and make amends. And we're going to go through those one at a time. Now, a few weeks ago, I had asked my daughter to unload the dishwasher, and she was in her room doing homework, and she kind of gave me okay, I'll get to it. Immediately, right there, I could feel my anger rise. Like, I had not had an easy day myself. It was incredibly busy. All these things had gone wrong. I'd broken the screen of my phone, and then here is my daughter when I'm asking her to do a simple task, and she's like, I'll do it when I'm ready. I'll do it later. Rage, emotions from me. And knowing this, I wanted to say some things. I wanted to be like, you know what? I do so much for you, and then I ask this one simple thing and you can't do it. Like, have you ever said something like that? That's your emotions taking control. And I did say that thing. It came out. My daughter's like, I don't mean it that way. And then she stomped out of the room and was like taking out the dishes from the dishwasher and like putting them back in the cabinets, all mad. And that's where we go to the first step of calm, which is collect. The best thing that we can do before we act in the moment is to collect ourselves and our own emotions, as well as our own baggage. Now, in terms of emotions, I was angry. I was exhausted. I was stressed. And in terms of my own baggage, well, I feel like I had to do all the work in the house, all the housework. Many women feel like the mental load is all on them. It's a real thing. But for me to see that that was contributing to my reaction and to my emotions, I really needed to collect all my baggage and be like, okay, this is a lot. Now, the second part of calm is acknowledge. Acknowledging that this hurts. This mental load we're all carrying, it's stressful, it's painful. This rage, like we are suffering inside when we have it. When we acknowledge that, it really helps us to cool down. Now, the second part of acknowledge is also to acknowledge that our kids saying the things they do say to us when they're doing back talk, it's an emotional reaction as well. They're having emotions and they are saying things that they don't exactly mean. So that is acknowledge. The third step is to listen. Now, you cannot listen right away. Like, especially when you first start using this framework, it's going to be impossible. You're going to be too filled with all the emotions and you're just going to want to scream and want to point out how they're so wrong and how you, in all of your 35, 40, 45, 50 years of adulting and life, you are right. Like, I mean, this has to go through your head too, right? So when I say listen, you really need to give yourself that cool off period and really ask yourself if you're ready to listen to their side of the story. You want to give them some cool off time too, because they're not going to tell you all of the true facts until their emotions have cooled down as well. Now, when you listen, you say, hey, when I asked you to unload the dishwashers, you brushed me off. You gave me a response that made me feel like you didn't respect me. Like that was a story I was telling myself. The story I was saying was that you didn't respect me. What's up? And then you sit back and you be ready to listen. Now, if your kid pushes back with like nothing's up, it's actually a sign that they're still emotionally heightened. Like those emotions are still high. So you can kind of back up, allow a lot more time to pass, and then ask them the question again. But if they're in a place where they could tell you, they might say something like, I have so much homework to do tonight. I don't know how I'm going to get it all done. I'm really stressed out. And when you hear that, the response makes a lot more sense. It was not about a respect issue that your child responded to you in that way. It was because they were stressed too. That brings us to the fourth part, make amends. Now, usually in all of these situations, I say something I regret. Now, are you the same way? And it's totally okay if you are, because making amends is wonderful with kids. Not only does it show them that they can come to us and we will take responsibility of our own behavior, but it shows them how to take responsibility of their behavior. They can't just apologize and know exactly how to do it without it ever being modeled for them. So making amends is such a powerful thing. And usually when I make amends, I go in and be like, I'm sorry, I was really stressed out and mad, and I shouldn't have yelled at you the way I did. I didn't mean what I said. And that's how it goes. And usually, typically, the more you use this, you are going to find your child making amends as well. So that's the framework to deal with every time your kid talks back. It is calm. Collect your emotions and your baggage. Acknowledge the pain that you're under and the pain your child must feel too. All that emotions and stress. Listen to your child's point of view, and then make amends. Say sorry for any way you reacted. It's also great to make amends for the past too. Say like, in the past, I haven't said I'm sorry, or I haven't apologized for yelling, and I'm going to try to do better. That is so powerful for kids, because here at No Guilt Mom, I want you to have more conversations and less consequences for your kids so that you can develop a more connected relationship and be a happier and better parent. Now, part of those conversations might go, being late for school in the morning. And if so, I have something to help you out. It is Get Ready on Time, which is a video I've made just for your kids and for you to watch with them as well. That'll help them visualize what they need in the morning and is going to make your school mornings so much more successful. You can get it from the link below, or you can go to balanceformoms.com/get-ready. And with that, remember, the best mom is a happy mom. Take care of you. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this video, and I will see you later. Bye.